Warning, this podcast will contain spoilers. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the As Seen on TV podcast for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 3, Episode 8, Many Heads, One Tail. I'm your host, Mike, and joining us is special guest Kat.
It's Jinx.
Special
Hi,
Cat
Jinx.
Jinx.
Yeah, hi, Jinx.
Special guest Cat. I combined them into one word and said get.
He's like, okay, I'm done with my 15 minutes of fame.
We've got a gat.
Bye, Cat.
Bye,
But
gat.
For real, joining me is Clio.
Hello.
And Rachel.
Hello.
And Erika. So, this episode...
All the
Yeah.
things.
All the things. They really like going down that betrayed by the person closest to you route.
Let's go down that rabbit hole again.
Gonna keep going.
Keep
We're
on
just gonna
going.
keep falling. Wait. Keep on trucking down that hole.
Right.
Well, I mean, technically they didn't 100% go that way. They kind of faked us out a bit.
They did fake us out a bit, and I was like, really, this again? Another Hydra front?
I had a feeling that Rosalind knew nothing. Like,
Well, of course not.
She really didn't.
she really didn't.
She doesn't know anything.
Or so it seems.
Well, she got duped.
Yeah.
Just because you don't know you work for Hydra, that doesn't mean you don't work for Hydra.
That is true.
She did kind of redeem herself by getting having her dude get Bobby and Hunter out of there. Which my God, Hunter's cover.
He looked like the Unabomber or something.
He did.
He played the character so well up until he had to type something.
It's
And
like
then it was just like, oh, you're an old man, stop.
he typed
I know,
slower
I
than my
love-
dad.
I love the
with
fact,
with his index fingers.
I love the fact that Daisy was like, you need to know what a backslash is, right?
Yeah, my dad sits there at the keyboard like this, one finger, just bang, 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 bang.
Hunt and peck, hunt and peck.
Hunt and peck, hunt and slam is more like it.
I know. It's like, why? The harder you do it doesn't mean that it's going to come up harder on your screen.
I forgot how I put it one day. Like, what do you like? Are you typing with feeling? Like pressing the keys harder does not capitalize it, although that is a great idea.
I know. Sometimes my husband types, and I'm like, is that angry typing you're doing over there? We call it angry typing. Ah!
Anyway,
I don't know who it was. Someone just posted on Facebook a gif of Kermit the Frog just going like this to a typewriter.
The flailing.
The flailing out.
the Kermit flail.
Oh yeah, but yeah, it was so funny seeing him in that role.
Yeah. So
But then they didn't really have a choice because everyone else knows what everyone else looks like.
right. So the big major part of the episode, and I mean the whole episode kind of was one major thing with just a little, side thing that we're going to talk about.
It was like everything. It was like Hydra. Had all these tentacles, but then everything just came together into a big head.
Yeah.
I knew as soon as freaking Gemma dropped the book, I was like, they're Hydra. They're Hydra.
They gotta be, yeah. And so here we go. Coulson is giving Rosalind a tour of the the playhouse? Or the playground. That's
Playground.
what they call it?
Like,
yeah.
The Playhouse.
Yeah,
They do theater.
They do Shakespeare.
I'm sorry, now I'm picturing it. They're going.
Rogers and Hammerstein,
They're doing the Nutcracker.
Gilbert and
Suite
Sullivan.
for Christmas.
To the Nutcracker.
I've exhausted my knowledge of plays.
Legion.
Yeah.
The Iceman cometh.
I've seen Wicked. That's about it. Sorry. So Coulson gives Rosalind, the nickel tour, or more so, just showing her around. And Mac's not cool with this. Which, I guess
I
you
don't
can't
blame
blame
him.
him. You really
Yeah, really.
can't.
The whole entire time he's like, there's stuff I don't like any of this. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. He's just like the whole entire time, no matter what anyone said. I don't like it. He reminded me of a 4-year-old. I don't like it. I don't want to eat that. I don't want to. No.
Yeah, Max just wants to be there with his shotgun axe designs and
like
They have to do that. I don't care if it's at the end of the season. They hand him a shotgun axe.
Yeah,
They
or
have-
he duct tapes them together.
Something.
Every time like Mac says something or gives advice, I'm like, Mac, you are the realest person on this show.
yeah.
He is just the realest, but like all the crazy stuff that happens, he's just like, you're fucking insane. Do you know that? Are you aware?
You realize how nuts this is?
I know, he's just like, what did I get myself into? This is not what I signed up for.
I have to quote Wash from Firefly, like, what, psychics? What are we, in sci-fi now? You live on a spaceship, dear. Like, that is Mac's role right now, you know? He is...
We're on a spaceship, dear.
Yes. You live on a spaceship, dear. So, to he alleviates Mac's concerns by saying that he's launching Operation something or other. Lookout, is it? Operation Lookout? I don't know. Something like that. And he is having Hunter and Bobby go into the containment facility to see what they're doing with Inhumans, while Skye provides support from the air, and May takes Lincoln along, which, that's a lovely pairing. May takes Lincoln along for extraction.
But I mean, that is another thing that's Mac is the realest person, because he's like, because Coulson's like, yeah, you feel better now, and Mac's like, no, actually, I have a lot more questions.
It's like, raises more
there
questions.
There are a lot more things to be concerned about now.
More questions.
And you're like, when May takes off, and Mac's like, didn't she want you with her? You better move your ass.
Yeah, Lincoln's just like, but I don't wanna.
I don't wanna. But they had a moment.
They did, and it was very nice.
Yeah, it was
I understand
very
why
nice.
she wanted him to. She didn't know what. It's like one of those things you don't know what to say to the person till you get them alone.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that was lovely. So Hunter takes on the lovely aforementioned disguise of expert hacker.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm sorry, private consultant for the FBI.
Yeah.
And they make their way in and start snooping around.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I almost forgot about this part. I'll get to it. While they're snooping around, I mean, the whole thing they discover is that they're really not holding any Inhumans there. They're just exposing people to Terrigen on the lower floors.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which Rosalind didn't know about because she thought it was like quarantine, keep out, risk of infection, don't go in there.
Yeah, she's like, people aren't allowed on those floors.
Well then. Yeah, that's not good.
What's not?
And we get introduced to a new character, an Inhuman whose name I forget. He apparently...
I am going to call him
the chairman.
Iron Chef.
Yes, you're going to call him the chairman.
He's Magneto! I'm sorry, I don't like comparing it to X-Men, but as soon as he did the metal, I'm like, okay.
But is it metal,
Yeah.
or is he just psychic?
It's metal. It looks like metal. He did a gun, he did the pole, he did the batons. Those were all metal.
Yeah. No, but all I saw was the Iron Chef when I saw him. So.
Yeah.
Please scream a la cuisine at some point or another.
Him eating an apple. That's all I see.
Oh my God.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sorry. If anyone sees him anything else but that, they're wrong.
You're wrong.
You're wrong. You're just wrong.
I see them as a bad guy from a lot of, like, B-movie action flicks.
Oh, yeah. He's in a lot of
that's-
things, but
He's the villain from a Jet Li movie.
he's in a lot of different... He's a very good character actor, but that's what I'll forever remember him as.
Yep. Well, here he is, silent, some kind of Hydra Inhuman. Or so we can assume.
Yeah.
Can we talk about Bobby's cool little new gadgets?
What do you mean? Like
Yes.
the returning batons?
She's like, they like
Yes.
melded into her skin, the braces.
Yeah, what
Oh,
the
that was-
frick was that?
I know, right?
Did
That was
they
weird.
Did they magnetize her skin?
Hello, loyal.
Maybe they dissolved is what they did.
I don't know, but they're
That's super weird.
so weird.
They're really creepy. Makes me think Bobby's Inhuman.
Yeah,
We know
no,
she's not.
We know she's not. She'd be able to take down that guy, and she was.
Yeah. So, this during this, when they call Coulson about the whole thing, and he locks Miss Price in a containment room and says, "You're never leaving here again until you tell me, until you can convince me that you're not Hydra."
Mm-hmm.
Which they have arguments. Their fledgling, their budding relationship is, on the rocks already.
Well, I totally get where Coulson's getting, and she was trying to divert a lot of deflect and try to hit some kind of nerve. And Coulson is he knows how to compartmentalize very, very easily. So it's like he can turn off this and that's over there in that file. And I mean, just like his office, everything is compartmentalized. Everything, he could do the same thing in his head.
Yeah, and I like how he snuck in some questions there, like, "Oh, you can't tell me you've never run across a S.H.I.E.L.D. Agent before." "Nope, can't say that I have." "Well, I'm the director. It's okay. You could tell me." No, really. You're the only one. You're the first.
Passing.
Only in passing. Like, snuck that in there as a trap.
She has to have had.
Trap.
If she, I don't know, maybe she just didn't know they were S.H.I.E.L.D. But
Maybe.
I don't know.
But,
She
he
had
brings
to
up, you mentioned Tahiti in one of our earliest meetings, and how'd you know about that? If you didn't find it out from a high-up S.H.I.E.L.D. agent, you found it out from Hydra.
Uh-oh, you slipped, madam.
Yeah, and, she name drops Gideon Malik, who is turning out to be a bigger villain this season than I expected.
Yeah, but it's like, how stupid is she to think that anyone else besides Hydra or S.H.I.E.L.D. knew about Tahiti? So if this guy's given her information about Tahiti, come on, are you that stupid, lady?
Well, I mean, he does advise the president. He probably does have some pretty high, clearance level.
But still, especially when Coulson asks her, I mean, that'd be like I'd be like, wait a minute.
But also maybe because he was part of the World Council, which is the guys who Fury and whatever the other head of S.H.I.E.L.D.'s name was. But they referred to the World Council.
Robert Redford?
Yeah, Robert Redford.
Okay.
I can never remember the character's name. It's
Me neither.
Robert Redford.
He's dead. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. But they're the ones that the heads of S.H.I.E.L.D. referred to. So maybe she thought that's how he knew. Which technically is true, but it's because he was part of Hydra.
Yeah. And we'll save him for the end of the episode because he gives us some, lovely exposition that's setting more of this season up. Onward to a side tangent, and I'm going to quote what I wrote down while preparing for the show. Fitz decides, fuck it, kissing Simmons.
I mean,
he had to. When was he ever going to get a chance to?
Exactly.
I
was wrong, though, and I'm mad that I was wrong.
What were you wrong about?
I thought that Simmons did not love Mr. Astronaut Fuckface. I'm sorry, he's probably a nice guy, but whatever.
Hey, he's probably a Hydra agent.
He is probably, yes. It's also true.
He's more of a sacrifice.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Is he a sacrifice, or is he like, a Hydra attempt to bring that thing back?
That's true, because they were talking about, I think what's his name was saying something about giving it an army.
Mm-hmm. That's why they're turning people.
Well, they're trying to bring it back and turn as many Inhumans as possible so that it has an army to command when it comes back.
Well, he also, it's done by NASA, and they could have just sent the people there to see if there was a way to bring people back. That's why they sent such a large team.
We got to throw the the air quotes. It was done by NASA.
NASA.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
so I don't think he is a part of. I don't think he's a part of Hydra. I just think he was a bystander. Mm-hmm. Just kind of one of those, okay, we'll grab these people from NASA. They're not doing anything. They're not important. No one really knows who they are. And we'll just send them and see if they can find a way back.
I think that's a possibility. But I also think that he could be a Hydra agent sent among astronauts.
He did say he was the military guy.
Yeah, the other ones
if he
don't
is,
know what's going on.
All I know is if he comes back, he's not going to be Hydra anymore. He's going to be fucking pissed.
I mean, yes.
It's going to... Poor Simmons is going to go, 6 different ways in this one, because she's got this guy. I mean, the whole thing was she was pissed that Fitz is devoting so much attention to getting him back. Like,
when she knows how he feels.
it makes no sense to her.
No.
But, I mean, Fitz kisses Simmons, Simmons kisses back, and then they drop the, he's like, yep, we're cursed. He decides, fuck it, I'm giving up. And then it's like, Fitz, is that what I think it is? It's like, well, yes, dear, it's, an upside-down Hydra emblem.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ish.
So all I know is if he comes back, if they get him back, he's gonna be so pissed at Hydra that if he knows anything, he's gonna spill it all.
Mm-hmm. So
because they never, didn't disclose, him not coming back, and they left him there to die.
Right.
And people don't forget that.
No, they
Well, I
don't.
mean, here's the thing. The guy who got sent in the 1800s, or the way back past dude from the organization, who got sent through the portal, he seemed like he knew he was never coming back.
Mm.
Well, because they've probably seen other people go through and never come back.
Yeah. But, what I'm saying is if Will, I finally remembered his name.
Will.
Be proud of me. If Will is actually a Hydra agent, he was the only one on the team who knew what was going on. He could
he might
know
not
there
have.
was a chance of him never coming back.
Well, he could know, or they could not have even told him, because
That's true.
right now
Either
everything.
way, I don't know.
Right now it seems like it's really down low, like it's really been covered up. It's really on the basement, the sub basement of Hydra,
And,
only certain people know.
Hydra has multiple heads, and, I mean, Hydra was made big by Red Skull. Like, he's the one who brought, I guess you could say his head of Hydra into the open, and that's the one we've been dealing with.
Yeah, he's the one who put the name out there.
He's the one who put the name out there, the organization out there, caused all this crazy, like, on the surface fuckery that we've been dealing with for how many movies and shows and series and stuff like that. And I was like,
since Captain America.
yeah, and it's like, okay, so how many other heads of Hydra are out there keeping their head, keeping themselves on the down low?
Yeah.
Yep,
So,
exactly. I think the part of the secret society part where they were sending people, it's kind of on the down low. Not a lot of people know about it.
right.
It's it's the beginning. It's the first incarnation of Hydra, but then there's the more flashy Hydra.
On to Mr. Ward, who almost gets assassinated by Malik because he's looking for Von Strucker's vault. Or,
It was a test.
yeah, apparently. So,
For everyone involved, it was a test.
like, Ward's like, he's like, I'm not going to Moscow, dear. This was the only flight I could find that passes over whatever place in Germany.
Oh.
Germany. Yeah.
May experience some turbulence, but don't worry, that's just your pilot diving to equalize cabin pressure before you all freeze to death.
That was way too funny, because she just looked at him like, we're all gonna die.
Yeah.
And then she just slowly goes over to the chair and sits down and buckles herself in.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So Ward gets down there. Malik shows him a tiny piece of the monolith. Like, how the hell did you cut that off of it? Good job.
Well, they did. I noticed the actual monolith. There did look like there was a piece cut out of it, and I'm just like, that's just so odd, right?
There were many pieces
Mhm.
that looked like that shape cut out from the middle of it.
He said there's many
There's
like it.
more.
Well, he basically said there was.
And
yeah.
so are those, like, mini portals?
I mean,
Or
he
they
said the
could
mouse
be
could.
used to make a bigger portal.
There is that. And he
If
gives
you put them all together, it'll make it bigger.
He gives Ward the history of Hydra speech, and tells him, way back when an Inhuman was born that could rule the world, and he was banished, I'm going to assume, by some, by the major named Inhumans that we're all familiar with.
It was the doctor. He was like, this panel's protected.
Yeah, fuck that noise.
Sorry.
Hey,
Sorry.
look, we're getting David Tennant in a Marvel series coming up, so
Yeah.
so happy about that.
We've already had Christopher Eccleston.
We did.
He was Malekith?
Malekith.
Malekith. From Thor 2.
So when's Matt Smith coming in? Anyway, on topic.
Soon.
soon. He they banished him to that planet and, get into S.H.I.E.L.D., fuck with them some more because I want to know how they did something we haven't been able to do for thousands of years.
Yeah.
Bring someone back.
Yep. We've been sending suckers there for thousands of years.
Like, we've been sending people
back.
We haven't gotten any of them back. Probably
We haven't seen a single return on investment.
I know, right?
no return on investment. Probably because
So they're gonna try to probably kidnap Simmons because she knows. I mean, being on the planet, she knows that the planet revolves around the portal. The portal stays still,
yeah.
and then just the planet revolves around that.
Yeah.
So that's
Math and stars and stuff.
and I mean there was a theory thrown
Sciencey
out on
stuff.
when we got the Simmons episode on that planet, a few weeks ago. There was a crazy theory thrown out that Maximus the Mad was on that planet. And I really like that.
Ooh.
Like, what a way to introduce a major villain.
Yeah.
Do it slowly on
I
the
mean,
series.
we thought it was death, but that's kind of off the table now.
And they said it's an Inhuman.
Yeah.
So either it's an Inhuman they're making up, it's an obscure, very powerful one that none of us have probably heard of,
Yeah.
like a name
Which
we've
means
seen in passing, or
but,
it's a big named
gonna
one.
die.
Yeah, or it's a big named one that we're familiar with.
Yeah.
Sorry, my cat is attacking my light. I don't know why.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't Maximus one of the big villains of the Inhumans?
I don't know much. Like I've heard his name before.
I know he's Black Bolt's brother. That's all I know.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, I can tell you he doesn't sound like a nice guy.
No, he's crazy. So did we miss anything about this episode?
Hunter doesn't like the Yankees.
Red Sox fan? More like red coats.
Yeah, that was so funny.
That was hilarious.
I hate you American assholes.
Oh, okay. I don't know if anyone noticed this. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I heard a lot of accents when I went to Ireland. But when Fitz got pissed off and started yelling back at Gemma, his accent was very almost Scottish.
Well, he speaks. He's sort of got a Scottish accent.
But when he let it go, it was like, yeah, that's it. I'm just like, I didn't think you were from that part of England.
Yeah. When Gemma was yelling too, her accent.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if, like, maybe in real life he's maybe up closer to Scotland area. Because I was like, holy crap, that sounds like, wow.
Yeah, I would think that would be the case.
So, Sean Shells in chat says it's the Unspoken, which my knowledge of Inhumans is dreadfully terrible. So I just looked it up. Apparently, the Unspoken was once the king of the Inhumans, and he was a prick.
Well, yeah, he was a king.
But he would,
pricks.
but he would fit because he's an extremely powerful Inhuman. So I mean,
Yeah.
Most kings I found out in shows are pricks. So
I'm gonna quote.
He's been there for thousands of years, right?
I'm gonna quote the Marvel entry on his powers. He is the living embodiment of Terrigenesis. He is capable of anything, including increasing in mass and conjuring up energy swords. Strength level stronger than anyone on Earth. That would explain how he can alter a planet.
Yeah.
Like alter the landscape of a planet at will.
Yeah.
Conjure up a dust storm.
That makes sense.
Take on any form he wishes. That I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Makes me sad because I guess they're going to be saving, the Inhuman royal family for the movie, if that ever even happens.
Yeah.
I haven't really heard anything about that.
Well, I mean, that's slated for 2018.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to hear anything about it. Anything concrete, anyway.
No. I mean, I don't think they'll get they'll get close to getting this entity off the planet. but they won't. And I think maybe they'll go back to it once the Inhuman movie gets closer.
Yeah.
So I have that. That's just my feeling that that's what will happen. Once the movie gets closer, they'll do something more. They'll bring this back again. Of course, it's always going to be there because they're never going to stop trying to figure out how to bring this guy back.
Right. And Goblin Griffin's chat says Maximus is like the first Inhuman villain, isn't he? And he's the only one I know of. So either he's the first, the biggest, or the most recurring. It's just, unfortunately, the one I'm most familiar with. But I think... Oh, right. Next episode we didn't mention. I was about to say, and that's our show. We're done. But no, it's not. Next episode is called Closure. Ward's campaign for revenge brings the S.H.I.E.L.D. team to their knees, and Coulson proves he will do anything to settle the score. And there's like there's a part where he's choking out Hunter with his bionic hand, and I just love it. And then
so no one in the team's in trouble.
Well, according to the
Hunter's in trouble because he didn't kill Ward.
Ward's looking through the scope of a really big-looking rifle, and you hear, there's a voiceover from Coulson saying, "If you want to finish this, get your ass down here. We'll finish it right now."
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't understand how Coulson could be mad at him for not finishing off Ward when he knew that he didn't do it.
And I quote,
and now he's pissed. It's like, really? Now you're pissed?
I don't know what you led up to it, but I quote, I gave you a job to do, and you failed.
Yeah, he's talking about Ward.
Yeah.
But he didn't, at the beginning, he didn't even want him to do it.
No, he's the one who sent him.
Well, yeah, but then he knew he failed, and he was like, "Oh, okay, we'll just get him next time," kind of thing. And now it's like, now you're mad?
I don't know. Ward probably fucks something up. Hunter probably gives him some sass.
Well, Ward visited Andrew in the containment.
Right, thank you. Forgot about that. Ward is now torturing Andrew, trying to unleash Lash, and printed on the side of his box is the Distant Star Return Project.
NASA.
Uh-huh. I mean, it is NASA.
Yeah,
Hydra infiltrated NASA, but still
Hydra
NASA.
It's a part of NASA. NASA doesn't know about.
Exactly.
Part of NASA. The NASA doesn't know. How many times can we fit the word NASA into the show? Someone put a count of how many times we said NASA.
I'm gonna count how many times we say NASA.
Right,
someone did.
I'm gonna rig up a system that pops up in the bottom corner, or like in the center of our screen here, and every time someone says NASA, it's just gonna go ding and increase the counter by 1.
I bet you someone will.
That's too much. That is way too much work. I do not want to set that up.
Should have a word of the day.
Word of the day.
If this was on Twitch, we could do that pretty easily.
That's
Sorry.
Hiccups.
We'll have to do it for SGG one day.
Dang.
Oh God.
I opened up my Twitter and there was a video of Bernie Sanders set to a rave background going, ah, saying it's happening.
That does look like the sound he's making. No.
Anyway, that's our show. Before I get distracted. Whoa, yeah, we are way off track. Erika, where can they find you? Please, get us back on the rails here.
Hi, Gideon! You can find me at Erika Rain 7, pretty much everywhere on the internet.
Rachel, where can they find you?
They can find me at Twitter at Savannah17, on Twitch at Savannah.
Clio.
This train has no rails. You can find me on Cliomoto on the socials and on Twitch at the Cliomoto.
Yeah. You can find me on...
done with this train whistle.
I know, right? You can find me on Twitter at Dilladrin. You can find us all on Facebook, Gmail, Google+, MySpace, Twitter, and YouTube at ASOTV Podcast. You can follow us there for some more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows. If you are watching live, in 14 minutes we will be doing the latest episode of Supernatural. Thanks for watching, everybody. Till next week. Bye!
Watch your gosh darn
NASA
language.
out.
Language.
NASA out.